Hi guys, so we've been chatting here about warlords. And basically, who should you pick to be your warlord? And is it always the most likely candidate that you should pick? So is it always that named character?
I'll give you my explanation of this. My Logan Grimnar is the master of all the space wolves, and the wolf lord and all that, and he's warlord in friendly games because he turns up in the drop pod on the other side of the board. See, in the rest of the games, it's the Thunderwolf guy who's Eternal Warrior who picks who he fights because he's so fast. In a competitive game, he's a warlord because you're not killing him.
Yeah, because he's harder to kill. Again, it's the old one. In a fluffy sort of list, if perhaps say you were playing Salamanders and you had Vulcan in there, and you also have Lysander, do you really want Vulcan to be your warlord?
No.
Or do you want the incredibly nigh indestructible Lysander?
Or even if it's not Lysander, if it's some little librarian that's hiding at the back of the board.
Yeah, the hiding guy.
The hiding guy is just twin linking all your las cannons. You go, yeah, you're warlord while Vulcan marches out into the middle of the board.
Yeah.
Because it's the guy, really what we're trying to say, it's the guy that's going to live.
Yeah.
It's not the guy that's going to have a spectacular death in the middle of the board.
That's it. Yeah, I know in the Warhammer 40k book, they're very keen on this, forging a narrative. But I'm also keen on winning.
Yes.
And it helps to have the guy that's more survivable. Yeah. Your warlord, never mind.
And more survivable isn't tougher. It's just our favourite one that we're doing Dark Angels week was the warlord on a bike.
That's it. Get him a bike.
When times get hard, you're going to get charged by somebody you don't like. That's it. Bye-bye. And I'm doing flat out move as well in the shooting phase to get behind this rock.
That's it. And it's the old case as well of, the old adage is true. He who fights and runs away lives to fight another day. And that's it. Why fight with a warlord? Give away victory points whenever you could run away.
Yeah. I have had a warlord infiltrate to the middle of the board at a tournament, an opponent's warlord. He was a Nurgle guy, and then he charged me in his in turn one, in his turn two.
His turn two.
Yeah, he charged me and he challenged my Thunderwolf guy because he thought, well, I'm going to have to fight him eventually, even if my champion fights. He was Nurgle, and my Thunderwolf lord had rerolls to hit anybody toughness 5.
Yeah.
And that's not where your warlord should be.
Yeah, not fighting on turn 2 against somebody with a Thunderhammer. It's not where you want to be.
Somebody who grew up to kill toughness 5 guys.
That's it. Now I know that probably all you guys are busy typing at the moment, going, "These are all just too cheesy and too competitive." But we always maintain that you don't play all these games to lose every week.
No, you don't.
And while you don't mind losing, you don't want to lose all the time. It gets competitive, and that's why you give up.
It's more fun winning every time.
Yeah, and take it from Darrell. It's more fun.
And it's more fun when you go, I'm going to win in turn 3. And you do win in turn 3. It makes a bit competitive for you,
When you call the round, you mean that you're going to win?
I'm going to do it in 8 to prove great, like Ali. I'm going to do it in 3.
That's it. And I don't know, guys. As warlords go, it's not always the best idea then to pick the most likely candidate.
Again, Andy has a super warlord unit.
I love that warlord. The super warlord unit for Imperial Guard that I love. And that's you get your Commissar Lord and you make him your warlord, and then you have a command unit, and
with all the upgrades,
with all the upgrades and all the extra advisors in it, who are all characters. So as the Commissar Lord joins that unit, there's 4 characters you got to fight through because they challenge everyone all the time.
If my Wolf Lord gets there, who will squish each one of them? Who's first to challenge?
Master of the Fleet is the first guy that takes every challenge.
Master of the Fleet, you'd have to take a fear test as well.
That's it.
Master of the Fleet gets squished.
But the thing is that the Commissar Lord has a bubble of super leadership, so he gives them all leadership 10, and he makes them all stubborn.
So they're not going to run away. So no after Master of Fleet, who do you sacrifice next?
The Astropath. What do you call it? The Master of the Fleet goes first. I mean, this is assuming that all the guy on the other side, assuming all his stuff his deep striking stuff and his reserves haven't turned up yet, or sorry, have turned up. If they haven't turned up, then the astropath goes first.
or the MO.
The master of ordnance, because at that point he's irrelevant. At that point.
Yeah, so, it would almost be time for master of the ordnance goes first all the time.
Yeah, it could well be.
Well,
but then I was going to say, actually, there's the chance they might win, but no, they won't. They never win.
I do have a confession to admit. My Thunderwolf Lord once refused a challenge from a character.
A card character.
Because it was a next of one, it was down to 1 wound. Thunderhammer was down to 1 wound. The guard guy did need a 5 to hit me, followed by a 6 to wound me. Yeah. I refused it.
But that unit is so funny. It's so funny whenever you tell everybody. That's the point. By the way, you go, that Lord there, he's mine. That Commissar Lord, he's the Warlord.
Send my fist on over here to
kill him.
Take us, because guys, it's 2 full game turns of killing scum, basically.
Well, it's more than that. If you keep challenging,
2 full game turns.
Yeah.
My turn 2, your turn 2, my turn 3, your turn 3.
That's true. Yeah.
2 full game turns before you get to fight the Warlord.
Yeah, before you get to fight the Warlord. It's ridiculously funny.
You need
especially if it happens late game. So if it happens like turn 4, turn 5, it could very easily end with it. You ever get the strike a blow against that Warlord. Yeah. So again, at that point, you're better trying to shoot them. But of course, they'll be hiding. My guys will be hiding behind an ace, or preferably behind something that you can't see through.
You need a full unit going in there, so it doesn't matter who challenges. Yeah. The rest of the guys kick the crap out of the other guys. That's in the unit, but it is vital, guys, because people forget these secondaries.
Yeah.
And how many, like, we were playing the other night and we were going, 6-5, and then I realised, well, I got Linebreaker, First Blood, and I hadn't Warlord that stage, but it was under pressure.
But it wasn't far away.
But it went from, the game's 6-5 to the game's 8-5. I'm cool now.
Yeah, that's it.
So
yeah,
good.
Secondary objectives are important now, and that's why we're saying about Warlords, get the guy that can survive. There's very little that you can do about Linebreaker sometimes, because they're either going to deep strike, all these deep striking sort of troops units, outflanking troops units, they can very easily get Linebreaker on you.
And First Blood is who goes first, gets First Blood.
Yeah, it should be anyway.
Yeah.
But it's not always, of course, but it should be.
Yeah.
Let's face it should be. And once again, the thing with Linebreaker is you can very easily grab Linebreaker back and just even that points up.
And you can grab Warlord back, but that squad of guardsmen of yours, I take it they're flying around in a vendetta the entire game.
You never want to get them into a fight. But the one thing about it is, of course, normally you would put them into a chimera so you could get your orders out. But it doesn't. I like using just veterans, and they don't really need it. No. They don't, and in most cases they're in chimeras as well. So they're never going to shoot. They're shooting plasma guns at the top.
Shooting plasma guns.
So plasma guns are 2 flamers and a heavy flamer at the top.
Out the top hatch. So you don't need order to do that.
Yeah, that's
even a guardsman should know how to do that.
Well, those veteran guardsmen seriously do. They're good. But I'll tell you what, guys. What do you think about Warlords? What do you think about all those sort of secondary objectives in total? They can often swing the game. And I've many times have we played guys to a standstill, and it's been down to secondary objectives that you've either won or lost on. So guys, drop some comments below, tell us what you think, and we'll go off and we'll try and find some more cheese for you.